everyone, I'm Chelsea and let's talk bean nutrition and health benefits. So first, what do we get from beans? Well, they are one of the best natural sources of dietary fiber and they are rich in protein. Plus, they have a variety of micronutrients, so those vitamins and minerals like potassium, folate, iron, and several others. And bioactive compounds too, and we'll come back to that. And I think it's also important to share what beans don't have. So they are naturally very, very low in fat, almost no fat, and they have no cholesterol. So this could be beneficial for heart health, right? They also are naturally gluten-free. So if gluten intolerance is a concern, it's not a problem with beans. They don't have any gluten. And they have a low glycemic index. So you won't be seeing those same spikes in blood sugar that you may see with white rice or white bread or something. Beans can help regulate blood sugar. So I want to share a little bit about some nutrition facts in this table here. And part of why I want to share this is to show how amazing beans are nutritionally with some numbers. So one of the big challenges we have is we have what is called a fiber gap. And this is the often huge difference between the recommended amount of fiber and what people are actually getting. So we really need to be eating more fiber to enjoy all the health benefits that fiber has to offer. So let's look at this table. And we're looking at 100 calorie portions of these different foods. And you can see that in 100 calories of beans, we're getting almost 7 grams of fiber. And when you compare that with other grains, these are also 100 calories, so all equal amount of calories, you can see that beans are offering a lot more fiber than these other grains, even whole grains like brown rice or quinoa. And beans pack a lot more protein too, so about double or more the amount of protein of these grains as well. So a key takeaway here is that beans have about 2 to 3 times more fiber than cereal grains, than whole grains, right? So if you're looking for a way to fill the fiber gap, to fix that gap, beans are a great solution. But what about protein, right? Let's compare beans and beef, for example. So if we're looking at maybe a hamburger or that ground beef, where often there's 20% fat, so 80-20 beef, what do you think? Well, it turns out that beans have about the same amount of protein as that 80-20 ground beef. So again, very rich in protein. And it's not just fiber and protein, it's also things like potassium. We often think of bananas when we think of potassium, right? But here again, beans are a great option because one serving of beans has about the same amount of potassium as a banana. Pretty impressive. And phytochemicals. So I said I'd talk again about those bioactive compounds, but I like to recommend to people to enjoy a wide variety of colors of beans or to eat the rainbow in beans because those beautiful colors of all the different types of beans, those are different phytochemicals. So when you enjoy different beans, that is beneficial for health as well. And another thing I want to share, some exciting research that's coming out. We're seeing that beans, some of the faster cooking varieties of beans, actually can help offer better nutrition. Because with these faster cooking varieties, we're seeing better retention of things like protein, zinc, iron. So not only are there benefits for reducing cooking time and helping us save time and energy, but there can be nutritional benefits too. And another topic here is iron bioavailability. So not just the content of iron, but bioavailability actually means how much of the iron in a food the body can actually access, absorb, and use. So we're having research going on here in the US and in other countries too, where we are seeing that beans like white beans, so for example, Great Northern beans, white kidney beans, also some slow darkening pinto beans and some yellow bean varieties. These have really great iron bioavailability, which is important because iron deficiency anemia is a problem globally. And especially as we transition perhaps to more plant-based diets, this is important to have high iron bioavailability. So all this great nutrition, what are we seeing for health benefits? One is primary prevention. This is important to bring up because having a nutrient-dense diet, which obviously will include foods like beans, can help prevent us from getting sick in the first place. So primary prevention. And if you're wondering what chronic diseases that beans are associated with helping prevent, you can see them listed here. So that includes certain cancers like breast cancer, like colorectal cancer, also type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular or heart disease. So chronic disease is responsible for about 70% of global mortality. So having foods like beans in our diet may help prevent this. And yes, beans are helping prevent chronic disease, but they are also promoting things that we really want to see, like healthy weight maintenance and gut health. So that all that great fiber in beans, that's providing food and letting us have happy, healthy gut microbes, which then benefits our health too. And beans, more research is happening, but it looks like beans can be associated with longevity or a long life too. So for example, in blue zones, which are areas around the world where people basically live the longest, healthiest lives, any guesses as to what one of the main foods in their diet is? Yeah, beans, exactly. So people in blue zones are eating about 1 cup or so of beans a day. So again, we're seeing maybe this association between beans and longevity. So to summarize, why eat beans? Well, there are tons of reasons to eat beans, but it includes improving nutrition, right? We can eliminate the fiber gap. We can also have that great plant protein, other nutrients that beans are providing too. And beans can boost our overall health. We talked about chronic disease prevention, about promoting things like gut health, and they may even be helping us live longer. Plus, beans are exciting. Think of all the beautiful colors, the variety, the different types, and they are delicious, as we all know. So beans are a delicious solution to many of the challenges we face with health and nutrition. They're a great answer. So thank you very much. I hope that was helpful, and let's all go eat some beans.